It's the Bueno Report.
Another election has come and gone. What did we learn? Unless you've been under a rock for the past 2 weeks, you now know Joe Biden is set to be the 46th president of the United States. Some conservatives are saying Trump is playing 4D chess, waiting to win back an election that was stolen from him. Meanwhile, 16-year-old self-proclaimed communists are using Trump's loss as a reason to finally lose their virginity. Talk about seizing the means of production. Regardless, if you want to fairly elect a leader in a democratic republic by pretending some states have more people to even the playing field, you're probably somebody who genuinely believes Christopher Columbus was the first person who set foot on America. Seriously, I've never heard bigger participation trophy behavior than the Electoral College. Much like actual college, people should have realized it was useless years ago. Trump supporters have been crying out about a stolen election ever since news broke that Biden took the lead. Fear not, Team MAGA. Trump is no stranger to losing. And neither is he foreign to the idea of close misses. After all, Ivanka's his daughter, not some 20-year-old he met at the club. So close. However, Republicans have nothing to worry about. Trump and Biden aren't even that far off. Upset that an old white man accused of sexual assault who said racist shit is out of office? Let me introduce to you an old white man accused of sexual assault who said racist shit.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
And if you remember, Biden infuriated Obama in 2012 by publicly endorsing gay marriage. See, he already has a history of pissing off black people. It'll be like nothing changed. And Joe has a great running mate to keep him in check.
Well, there was a failure of states to integrate public schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision. It was a local decision.
So that's where the federal government must step in. That's why we have the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act.
It's a good thing that we have an honest person to keep Joe in line, right?
There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so.
And to be fair, while Biden wasn't on board with integrated busing, he was in favor of integrated housing as recommended to him by Beatrice Coker, who was a member of the NAACP in the 70s, who was also against integrated busing. Although he signed the '94 crime bill, which hardened federal prison sentences, he also signed the Violence Against Women Act in 1994, providing $1.6 billion to investigating and prosecuting violent acts against women. And to be fair to Trump, part of his platform for re-election was to officially declare the KKK a terrorist organization. How has this not happened already? And to create 3 million new jobs for the black community by opening up 500,000 black-owned businesses. Trump claimed this new plan would help improve the black community by $500 billion. It's very easy to get lost in groupthink and popular narratives when judging politicians. Regardless who your loyalty's for, it's important to look at the other side with an understanding eye. Don't just listen to what the media outlets tell you, or a post on your friend's story, or any idiot on the internet with a camera. It's important to do the work yourself and come to a conclusion afterwards. Oftentimes, our greatest strengths are our biggest weaknesses. When it comes to Trump, he's been praised for being aggressive and business savvy. On the other hand, he's narcissistic and arrogant, using people as stepping stones to get to his ultimate goal. We can analyze the racist and sexist sound bites all we want, and that does nothing but look at individual branches of his behavior. To get to the root of the cause, you need to look at his narcissism. That's where all his vices stem from. And when it comes to Biden, he's a seasoned politician, so he has the history and experience to fall back on. On the other hand, he's a seasoned politician. During the election, Biden tweeted out, "We may be opponents, but we are not enemies. We're Americans." Well, I'm fucking not, but that's an encouraging sign nonetheless, in my opinion. Whether or not this sentiment is met with enthusiasm, he's right. At some point, the dust is going to settle. How are we going to react? There are people who would say Trump has done some great things. And my question to that is, at what point does selfish, polarizing leadership affect your ability to do your job at a high level? The real winner of this election was, of course, conspiracy theorists, who are undefeated in their conviction.
That's all.
Eddie.
I used to say the same
Eddie,
stuff.
you're talking about the Earth being flat. Thousands
I'm
of
saying the
scientists
same
have
thing.
looked into it. You think they're all wrong? That's so insane.
You haven't looked into it.
I have.
No, you have.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. Kind of. The real winner of this election is us. Never before in history have we had an opportunity to express our opinions, do detailed research, and listen to others on a grand scale. It's up to us to use this golden opportunity to our advantage. If you find yourself despising any group of people, whether it's political, racial, or religious, it's important to ask yourself why, look inward, and practice empathy. We're a lot more similar than we think we are. It's easy to see people on the other side as fucking idiots. We can still disagree and be civil with each other. I know. If your opinion is hateful or bigoted or racist, it's not an opinion, it's hate. I get it. However, we know that bigotry is a learned behavior, so it's also an unlearned behavior, so we can make a difference. And if you really want to shit your pants, Google Daryl Davis. Thanks, guys.
It's the Bueno Report.